welcome back to my channel. This week I am going to be doing something with you guys that you might find interesting if you have a Disney trip coming up anytime soon. I unfortunately don't the next time, but I hopefully will be going will be in June next year, so 2017, hopefully for the cultural exchange programme, but I still don't know about that as I'm filming this, so I will keep you guys posted. I have now got my interview date, which is on the 6th of December. So on that day I will have a phone interview, which I'm very excited about, slightly apprehensive because I don't know what the questions are going to be, but I will definitely give you guys a run through of what happened if you end up having a phone interview at some point. So yes, this week I'm going to do something that hopefully is helpful for you guys if you are on an upcoming trip to Walt Disney World, and today it is my top 5 Disney snacks or treats that I love to get when I am at Walt Disney World. This can be anything from being in the parks to being in a resort. I think all of mine are related to being in a park, and a good few of them are actually very specific. I've only found them in one place, or for some reason they're nicer in one place than they are in another. So there's some very specific things, but I will mention those in case you guys want to go and try them out yourself, or if you haven't tried any before. And if you have some favourite snacks that either don't make this list or that are similar to mine, then leave a comment below and let me know what your favourite snacks are, because it's always interesting to try these things because there are so many things that you can try at Disney, whether that's restaurants or even just snacks. They have so many different options, so it's really good fun. So I'm going to go through mine. I have a little cheat sheet here just because I've written down the name of where certain things are, and also I'm probably going to forget the order that I've done them in, so let's get going. Okay, so number 5. This one you can find pretty much anywhere in any of the resorts and any of the parks, because it's quite a staple. If you guys don't know, in downtown Disney there is a shop that is called Goofy's Candy Company. And they also provide little packets throughout the whole of the parks and resorts that are sweets made from this company. And for me, my favourite ones have to be the sour gummy worms, which I think is probably a staple with most people, but I absolutely love these. They're quite inexpensive. I can't 100% remember at all anymore how much they are, but you get them in like a bag about this size. And they're just really good. I'm a really big fan of gummy and sour sweets, so this one definitely ticks all the boxes for me, and it's great that you can find them anywhere. I know I was in a resort whilst I was waiting for my sister to have some dinner last year, and I went to the little shop where they have like milk and things like that, and I just got some sweets and sat and ate those. So they're really great as a good snack. You can also take them home on the plane, which is a big thing. Obviously me living in the UK, I can't take a lot of the good yummy snacks back that I would love to, so for me this is a great way of bringing a little bit of Disney back with me, and so that is my number 5. Okay, so moving on to number 4. This one can be found at the refreshment port in Epcot, which is just at the beginning of the World Showcase if you turned right. So you don't head towards Mexico, you head the other way, which I think is it Canada? I think it's Canada. So if you head that way, that's where you'll find it, and the refreshment port's just at the beginning before you get to any of the worlds or countries. And this is a cronut, which is basically a sugary croissant donut. Pretty much. I'm pretty sure it has cinnamon on it. I had never tried one of these until last year, and the reason that I decided to try one of these is because Joe from See You Real Soon, who's also on YouTube, if you guys haven't seen any of their vlogs, I recommend you go over and check them out. They have just finished their channel, unfortunately, which is such an upsetting thing, but they are having a little baby, so that's the reason why. But it was because of him and his absolute obsession with these that I decided to try them, and last year I had one for the first time, and I have to say he was right. They are so good. The only thing is you're gonna need a drink, because like a donut with all the sugar on it, you need to like lick your lips all the time, and they're so sweet, but they are the nicest things ever. I mean, you're combining a croissant and a donut together. I mean, what could be better? Like, it's like the most unhealthy breakfast, but you can class it as a breakfast because it's a croissant. Like, it's so good. So I definitely recommend going and getting one of those. They're pretty big. They're like the size of my face. Like, they're like this big. So it's a pretty good snack. You might need 2 people to finish it if you're not great with that kind of thing, but I have to say I devoured it pretty quickly, and I had it for my breakfast and it was great. So if you haven't tried a cronut, I definitely recommend you go and do that, and that is at the refreshment port in Epcot, which is just the beginning of the World Showcase. Okay, so moving on to number 3. Again, this one is also in Epcot and can be found at the World Showcase. I don't know how to pronounce the name of this shop. I will give it a go, but it's in Germany and it's called like Caramel Couche, maybe? I'm not quite sure how you pronounce that last one because it's a K, but I'll just write it below. It's Caramel Couche, I think. And the snack that I love from this particular shop in Germany in the World Showcase are the chocolate and caramel covered strawberries. You only get one and they're like $6 or something, but oh my gosh, they are so worth it for the $6. I'm not a massive sweet fan, which sounds probably quite surprising considering the last 3 things I've just said. But this one, just because the strawberries themselves are so nice, and then just the like nice coating of like milk chocolate and then a bit of that like Werther's original caramel, which I absolutely love, is just like the best combo ever. So it's so worth the $6 for me. Like, I buy one every time I pass that shop. They are so nice. And I got one on this last trip in Saskia, who I went on the trip with, who you will have seen if you've seen all my vlogs. If not, then definitely go and check those out. She didn't believe that you only got one strawberry for the price. I mean, they're quite big strawberries as well. They're like a good, like this size, like they're a good strawberry. It's not like one of those little baby ones. They might be overpriced potentially, but they are so worth it because they're just so good. I could eat like a whole tray of them. They're just so nice. So that's my number 3. Okay, so moving on to number 2, which comes into a close first with me. This is something that I pretty much get every single day when I'm in the parks. Definitely if I'm in Magic Kingdom, because I haven't found a better one than in Magic Kingdom. But it is something that I will buy frequently and I don't care about the price. They are the frozen lemonade drinks, and I don't mean the Minute Maid cup lemonade, because that frozen lemonade is different to this. This one's like a slush, and the only place I've found them to be the nicest is Prince Eric's Village Market, which is directly opposite from the Voyage of the Little Mermaid Under the Sea ride. So that's where you can find it in Fantasyland in Magic Kingdom, and for some reason, I don't know why, but they taste different to all the other ones. There's one in the Big Top Souvenir as well, which is in Storybook Circus, there's one in there as well with all the other confectionery sweets, and for some reason that just doesn't taste the same. So I don't know what they do in the Prince Eric one, but that is where my absolute favourite one is. So every time I pass it, or even if I'm on the complete other side of the park and I need a drink, I am going to go all the way over to Fantasyland to get one of those because they are so refreshing. It's just like the best combination when it's a really hot day to just have a drink that is just ice that tastes of lemon. Like, it's so good. I think, again, these are like $6 or $5.50 or something, but I suppose in comparison to the previous snack I've just said, the little strawberry, having a nice big cup of frozen lemonade is pretty good. And I also noticed this time I went that they've now added in little Mickey straws, which just kind of add to the fun of the drink. But yes, if you guys haven't tried them, I seriously recommend because they are so, so good. Okay, so for my number 1 best snack at Walt Disney World, based on maybe what I've already said, this maybe isn't the nicest thing you can get. However, for me, it is the first thing I buy no matter where or when I've gone to Walt Disney World. It is the first thing I purchase. And this is a Mickey's Premium Ice Cream Bar. They are my absolute favourite because they just, I don't even know. For a start, I absolutely love ice cream. That is like my favourite dessert of all time. But just putting it into a Mickey shape for some reason just makes the difference. They're just such a good thing to have, and as I say, every single time I go it's the first thing that I'll buy. When I was there last year on the Cultural Exchange programme, we stayed over at the Animal Kingdom Lodge, and I still have the receipt. The very first thing I bought, even though it was about 10:30 at night, I went down to the shop and I went and bought a Mickey's Premium Bar just because I had to, because they're just my favourite things. It's the best thing to have when you get into Magic Kingdom and you can just eat that ice cream. It's so good. And I've tried the other ones. I've tried the sandwich bar, and I don't know, you can't beat that just standard vanilla ice cream with chocolate around the edge. I don't know. Just for me, it is my absolute favourite. So that is my number 1 snack. As I say, if you guys have other ones that I haven't considered, for example the pretzel came pretty close being in my list but there was just some things that topped it, then please let me know in the comments below what your favourite snack is, because I would always love to try new things. You also may have noticed Dole Whips aren't in my top 5. I'm not a massive fan of the Dole Whips, and I know that's probably going to offend some of you guys, so if that is your favourite snack then I really do apologise, it didn't make my list. It's just not something I jump to get. Also with the turkey legs, I just don't get that, walking around with this ginormous turkey leg in the heat. I can't do it. I'm not really a massive meat eater either, so that's probably why. But yeah, I just don't get the turkey leg thing. It confuses me. But if you have some things that you think I should try that you maybe think I haven't, then please leave a comment below because I would love to on my next trip. But with that being said, I'm going to go, so I will see you guys next week. Thanks for watching. Bye!